What is up? My name is Matt and welcome to RAR TCG. Today's video is about how I probably chose the worst time in all of Pokemon card history to start an online business. To kick off the video, I want to show you this. This is my handy dandy notebook with a penguin on it. I love penguins. Piplup's my favorite Pokemon. And it contains my business plan, a lot of my strategy, and also, most importantly for this video, it contains the outline for the video. So let's dive in and look at our handy dandy notebook. So pull it in close, okay? Closer. Let's look at the outline, y'all. We're a little bit too close, but it's okay. We can look at each other's eyes. Just stare back and forth. Intro says howdy, okay? I'm from Texas. We say howdy, we say y'all. Get over it, it's fine. Part number one is my experience so far selling Pokemon cards online. That's cardboard for all you guys. Smells really good. Part number two is my strategy, what I've been doing. And part number three is the future, what I plan to do next. And part number five, or was it 4, 6? I don't know, is goodbye. We'll get there eventually. Okay, let's give me some space. Part number one, my experience. So I just today leveled up to a level 2 seller on TCG Player. Now that may seem amazing to you guys, but it's actually not that cool, okay? It's just not that cool. Basically, to go from level 1 to level 2, you have to have 2 complete cells and 100% feedback, which is pretty cool. But I want you to know that I actually accumulated close to 30 cells before I got my first feedback. And so I already have close to 30 cells and I'm just now leveling up to level 2. But what that means is that I'm closer and closer to level 3 and ultimately level 4, which is the highest level that you can be. Speaking of my experience, I cannot emphasize enough how exciting it is to go from never selling anything in my life to posting some of these amazing cards that I love online and watching them sell. It's seriously so cool to be part of the hobby and the ecosystem of Pokemon cards. And yes, I'm not just here for the love of the cards, although that is a big part of it. I'm passionate about cardboard, I'm passionate about the TCG, all the things. But also, I like money and I want to start a business so that I can be profitable, so that I can keep making money and provide for my family. I do have a 9 to 5, a 40-hour work week that I work, and it is my priority. I love what I do outside of this small business side hustle that I've just started. But ultimately, I would love that this would grow, right? It's probably why you tune into this video, because you're thinking about starting something, or maybe you're already selling and you just want somebody else's experience and perspective because that can enrich you and your experience, right? And so, yes, we all want to grow. We all want to be profitable, and we all love Pokemon. And that's why we're here. And it's so cool that we all get to play a role and a part in this hobby and ecosystem. So that leads us to part number 2, right? Part number 2 is my strategy. My strategy for the first 20 or so sales was to sell cards valued between $1 and $10. This was a very intentional decision by me. And the reason for that is because shipping scares me. Shipping scares the shit out of me. Am I allowed to say that? I didn't cuss, but like it's a funny joke maybe? But yeah, as I said, I had never sold anything in my life, like a physical good or anything like that, except for when I worked at Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A. I sold a lot of physical goods there. But the process of actually shipping something and paying for postage and figuring out what my shipping cost was, that was the biggest barrier to entry for me starting a Pokemon card business. And what's crazy is I've realized it's super simple. But it's funny how little things like that can become such big hurdles and such big mental blocks for us that we're not even willing to start something that we could be passionate about because of something like shipping, right? It's kind of silly. So back to my strategy, I sold cards valued between $1 and $10 because all of those could be shipped in plain white envelopes. My risk was very low in terms of a shipment getting stolen or lost or me messing up in a major way. It was very low risk for me. And learning how to ship things in plain white envelopes and just kind of trusting that they're gonna get where they're gonna go, right? Not every order needs to have tracking, but I do intentionally add tracking to any order over $20 now. And now that I've gotten close to 30 sales, I have sold about 5 or 6 cards valued at or above $20. And I will say that I enjoy that a bit more. And not only is it fun, it also gives the customer, the buyer, more confidence and more clarity on when the item's gonna show up. And obviously, if you're watching this video, being active on social media is just another way to grow your presence and your impact, right? So that's why we're making this video. Hope you like it. So let's take a look at some examples of those lower value cards, right? So we got stuff like trainer gallery cards. We got stuff like full art or VMAXs. Some of these cards have good value, and you need to sift through your collection and really find some of these hidden gems that you can put up for sale. I heard Pokeandy kind of mention this, that for those of us out there that want to sell Pokemon cards, but we don't have access to distributor or inventory, he actually just suggested selling your own collection. And at first I was like, why would I ever sell my own collection? Like, it's dear to me. I love these cards. I pulled most of these cards out of packs. And so why would I want to go through and sell those things? Well, I finally dove in and decided, hey, I'm gonna go through, sort my bulk. I'm gonna go through and find some cards of value, and I'm gonna list those for sale. And I'm loving it. As I said, we get to be part of the ecosystem. These cards, these amazing Pokemon cards with this amazing art get to go to new homes, get to be played in decks across the entire United States. Pretty neat to think about, really. Part number 4 or 3, I'm not really sure. I think it's 3 actually. What do I plan to do from here? My plan is to increase the volume that I'm selling. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm still sifting through all of my collection, including the bulk, pulling out the cards of value and deciding, hey, what cards am I willing to let go of and which ones do I want to keep? So the next step, now that I'm level 2 and I can have up to 500 items in my inventory, is I'm actually looking specifically at my 151 bulk. I want to show you some cards here. This large, thick stack is all reverse hollows. And you know what? I was going to say I'm not really proud of it that I pulled all of these, but you know what? I am proud. 151 is maybe one of the best sets ever created. And I really enjoyed it while the price was lower. When it first just came out, TikTok deals on the UPC, I opened up like 4 of them bad boys, and I didn't have to worry about it because I got it at like $80 or $80 to $90. Look at how much they're going for now. It's crazy. But yeah, these reverse hollows, for people that are trying to fill out their collections, these actually have a surprising amount of value, y'all. And no, not every card is going to be worth over $1. And you, as the seller, as the shop owner, you have to decide what is worth it to you. And there's a ton of videos on YouTube about how to get value out of your bulk cards and how to be profitable in it. In the theme of sticking with 151, I'm also looking at selling these holographic energies, water, electricity. These energy cards actually have a surprising amount of value. You would be flabbergasted, actually, I'm not gonna lie. So you may have a lot of these hanging around that you could list for sale. And I'm pretty confident that someone will be interested in buying it as long as you list it for a reasonable price. Lastly, I want to talk about sourcing inventory. Today I had a long conversation with somebody selling their collection on Facebook Marketplace. And I think that these like Discords, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, things like that, these are all great places to find great deals. You see a lot of people trying to run a business off of Facebook Marketplace. And so the idea of me as a reseller, as a store, buying things off of Facebook Marketplace to then sell for more is becoming more and more difficult as people are getting more and more involved in the reselling process. But it's not impossible. I came across a collection today, somebody that was just looking to offload a collection of theirs. And I almost pulled the trigger and bought it, but it just wasn't for me. And that's because it contained several slabs. I think it was BGC slabs, and it had a couple cards that were not English cards. I think it had Japanese and Korean as well. Those are areas that I don't know enough in. And I thought about it for several hours today, and I was price checking. I was trying to do all of my due diligence and looking at data. But ultimately what I came to, the conclusion I came to is this: I don't know enough. I don't know enough about Korean cards. I don't know enough about graded cards to make an educated play, to make an educated offer, to accept an offer, to move forward with moving capital into something that I don't feel 100% confident in. And I think ultimately my goal moving forward with acquiring bulk and inventory collections is going to be to make sure that it is collections that are in areas of Pokemon that I understand and that I feel confident in. Obviously, you got to find the right products for the right price at the right times as well. So all of those things I'm going to factor into the future as well. This video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there. But if you're still watching, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help. I'll see y'all for the next video. Peace.